Greetings, geeks and nerds. I'm Lazy Universe and White and Nerdy, and I want to say to you guys, thank you so much. I've seen this channel grow from 100 subscribers to 200 subscribers, and now we are at 300. And I wanted to really celebrate this momentous occasion because, one, I didn't really have anything um, specific. I guess I would say planned. Um, I mean, I could have planned something big, but right now I'm doing like my Christmas cartoon reviews, and I don't want to like interrupt that for something even bigger. So that's why I'm kind of like, no, no. So, to enjoy this momentous occasion, I went to Twitter and YouTube and asked you guys any of your any questions that you want to ask me, and I have a kind of good handful in my hands right now that will make this an interesting video because I wanted to do a Q&A for the longest time. Maybe I might do one for the 400 subscriber too. So, I can try to get more people to get involved. But unfortunately, it's kind of sad that not too many people wanted to get involved in this, which was the only sad part. So, I do have some questions that I've written down. I've written down people's YouTube names and also Twitter names. So, I only have one person from Twitter asked a kind of good question when we were having a rousing discussion of Godzilla, but still. Alright, so let's get to the questions that I've written down in my notebook here. Optimus Neo Optimus Neo 8775 asked two questions. The first one is, what is your favorite Power Ranger couple? Power Ranger couples, I gotta be that guy and go with Tommy and Kimberly, number one. I didn't really like his relationship with Catherine. I felt like Kimberly was more of that balance that be for Tommy, truthfully, because when he was on, of course, for the outsider, he was the bad boy, and Kimberly tried to kind of brought the best out in him after he wasn't evil, when Green was evil. So, she kind of brought out the best in him. And I gotta say, I don't really hate Catherine as Tommy's other girlfriend that he had when Kimberly left him in Power Ranger Zeo. But yeah, Kimberly and Tommy. Also, I really do like Ashley and Andros. I love them two together, truthfully. When I first watched In Space, I didn't get it. I guess I was too young. But now I'm like, I can get this. I can understand this. And the second question is, if you could ship him with anyone in the Rangerverse, and they could be like part of the LGBTQ couple, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgenders, queers. I think that's what it stands for. I'm not trying to sound racist by saying the Q word. So anybody that's like gay or lesbian, didn't mean to offend you. I'm very sorry. Two and why? This is what I had to think about, and I was like, I really like the idea of Kimberly and Madison from Mystic Force being together, because if you watch Power Rangers Mystic Force and then you watch the original Mighty Morphin, Kimberly and Madison seem like the perfect kind of two that they could have. I mean, Kimberly is kind of like the little cheerleader on the side, kind of, for the Rangers, so to speak, and then you have Madison, who is this sweet, down-to-earth, very kind and polite woman, and I think that they would make like a great lesbian couple, truthfully. Um, Anyone that I could ship for a gay couple. I don't really know. Truthfully, I don't think of any. I can't think of anyone that I could really use for that. No one off the top of my head. I just really like the idea of Madison with Kimberly. But if I could ship anybody together in the Power Rangers universe, because they work so well together, if I could, I would like to put in a relationship Adam with Aisha. I mean, they kind of had this nice chemistry that was going together in Mighty Morphin. I know that they were trying to make Adam with Tanya, a thing in Power Rangers Geo, but I would have really liked to put Adam with Aisha if I could just merge any two together, truthfully. Bottom 44100 asks, what's the inspiration for your channel? Actually, I have another way that I can answer this question too, because another question that's kind of similar to this is who started you out for YouTube, and that is the man, myth, and legend, and still one of my favorite YouTubers, Noah Antwiler. I love Noah. You might know him better as the Spoonie Experiment. I really do love Noah. He was such a great inspiration for me to do it. I try to capture his like sarcastic um sarcasm of his comedy style. While I'm not over exaggerated as much as he is, and I don't capture a lot of his energy and his spirit, I do really like Noah. He was my inspiration to get started on YouTube, so it was just great just to get inspired from him, and he was my push onto YouTube. But the inspiration for this channel, now when this channel first started, my inspiration was to have this kind of be like, it's not Geekdom 101, it's World of Geekdom, I think it is, where he talked about anything and everything that he loved, like Godzilla, cartoons, etc., etc., on his second channel. So if you guys remember this channel, it's technically an accident that just happened, because I did have another channel before this one that I called the Lazy Otaku, and then I called this one Lazy Universe, which I kind of wanted it to be like a universe of reviews, which it is now, but it wasn't if you go and look at like the older style videos compared to this one. So two of the inspiration for this channel actually was Black Nerd Comedy, Andre Meadow. Gotta give Andre a shout out because he was like one of the biggest, I guess, inspiration to start um, to kind of do talking about the geeky and nerdy. And also two other people that I can spotlight is Professor Sorgi, which he doesn't do his Professor Sorgi channel anymore. It's still up on YouTube, but he doesn't upload there anymore. He does Thorgy's Arcade, which is cool. It's still a nice thing, and also it's nice to go back and watch his other videos. But he also inspired me just to talk about whatever that I wanted to talk about. And then also finally the YouTuber Billiam, which a lot of people probably don't know about. I will link the YouTubers that I'm talking about in the comment down below, so you guys can go and see them respectively. If you want to, or you can just go and look them up. Black Nerd Comedy, Spoonie Experiment, or Noah Antwiler. Billiam and Professor Sorgi. There you go. She also asked, Watching44100 asked, what's your favorite fandom? Shoot. You're probably expecting me to say Power Rangers. Not really, because every time I try to talk like my opinions on something Power Ranger related, I end up causing an argument among Power Ranger fans, and I don't know how I did it. So I really am like, wait, what? How did this start? How did I start an argument? It's kind of like that dog meme in 2020, this is fine. It's like that. I do like the Power Ranger fandom, but only if I cannot piss them off. One of my favorite fandoms, actually, to talk to people about is the Kaiju fandom or Godzilla fandom. I love talking to them guys because it is so awesome to hear, like, their own opinion and everything. Same with kind of like Kamen Rider and also Ultraman, that you can just get into easy conversation with them and just kind of enjoy it, for the most part. Also a little bit of Super Sentai, but only if, again, you can not piss them off. But I guess my favorite fandom just has to be the Godzilla Kaiju fandom. It's very awesome to talk to some people. Watching44100 asked, what's the best Power Rangers moment of all time to you? I have a couple of these. The first one is Tommy's return in White Light Part 2. Easily that moment was just like, my jaw hit the floor because I thought that Tommy was out of Power Rangers for good. But when that moment came in White Light, my jaw just dislocated. Kind of like that scene from Coco where the skeleton just... It was exactly almost like that. Another favorite moment of mine is in Jungle Fury, that big epic battle that happens when they're all doing the roll call and they all just charge into battle. That was just awesome as well too. And also probably the best moment, the one that just sits up on top, the Forever Red morphing scene. If you've seen Forever Red, that morphing scene where they're all together on the moon was just beautiful. You just had to be there, man. You just had to be there. Bottom44100 asked, what is the coolest toy I've ever owned? the coolest toy that I probably have ever owned was oh Jesus, I gotta really think about this one. This is a good one. Shoot. I think that the coolest toy I've ever owned, I don't know who made it. It was this Burning Godzilla action figure. I don't remember who made it. I really forget who made it. And it was an amazing figure. It stood about like seven, no, 7 inches tall maybe. It was like about yay big. And that thing was the most awesome toy ever. I had that one. I had Godzilla, and I had Mecha Godzilla, and I tried to beg my parents for more of them, and I think at the time this one became rare because everybody was buying them, and now if you look at them up on the internet, which I don't remember the name of them, what they were, maybe Monster Island Buddies would, but I have no idea. It's like shoot, but those were really cool. I also really loved my Power Rangers Wild Force Conga Droid. I kept that thing forever. I still wish I had that. That thing was so cool to do. But then again, the Conga Droid, one of my favorite Power Rangers Wild Force Mega Droids. So I guess that would really be really considered. Also, one of my other favorite toys that I had too, even though it was incomplete, was the Q-Rex from Time Force. It was this big, massive Q-Rex that was able to move. I think it didn't come with the Q-Rex morpho with that you could use to have it do different stuff, like it moved, it would transform into Megadroid mode. I didn't have that, so because it was incomplete, but it was still awesome to own nonetheless. Bottom 44100 asks, who's your celebrity crush? If you're talking childhood crush, Karen Ashley, just without question. Just Karen Ashley. But celebrity crush, I guess like still nowadays and kind of like when I first noticed her, I gotta say like Jennifer Kelly probably had to be one of them, and also probably it was Daredevil that did it no justice seeing her in that leather outfit, but Jennifer Gardner too. But mostly Karen Ashley because she was like my childhood crush growing up. She was the one that I thought was like just hearts in the eyes, like that scene from Tiny Toons, just hearts in the eyes and everything. Or you could sit right there and do Rob Paulson, hello nurse. Bottom 44100 asks, what's the best anime you've ever seen and why? I would suppose that people would probably call me out if I said Yu Yu Hakusho, which it is, in my opinion, one of the best animes I've ever seen. Pretty much for the story and the characters. The characters are just all really awesome in Yu Yu Hakusho. Every character gets their shining star moment, which is really damn cool. I really do love that. And which I could say that Yu Yu Hakusho is, but I think that mostly one of the best animes that I've ever seen, truthfully, is probably probably the one that would go off the top of my head and be like the best anime that I've ever seen. Probably, in my opinion, is Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I mean, that is immediately like one of my just favorite animes aside from Yu Yu Hakusho, and that is mostly due to the characters that it sets up. Not really the stories, but the characters are so interesting in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. You get introduced to Jaden, Cyrus, Bastion, Chaz, and you really get to like fall in love with these characters even more so than the original series. Yeah, in the original series you had the interesting characters as well, but I think that GX really handled like how great these characters can be, and some of the duels were more epic than the original. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. I'm just saying. Some of the duels in GX were bigger and way better than what we had in the original series. I'm just saying. So pretty much Yu Yu Hakusho and also Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. But probably also I'd have to go with Zoids. Big epic creatures battling each other. Come on now. Blossom 44100 asks, if you had a cosplay in mind, which character would you cosplay? I think I talked about this before. one person that I would love to cosplay, and maybe some year for Halloween I'll do it, is Runner Zoro. I would love to pull off Zoro. I think I could, truthfully. Not maybe like like some of his costumes. I think maybe I could pull off the first one, but a lot of the other costumes probably not so much. But yeah, Zoro from One Piece would probably be like the infinite person that I would do, and I would also like to join other people, dressed up as like One Piece character. Like I would love to join up with how do you say her name? Buju Bujujo Mom on Twitter. Very nice polite woman. I love her to pieces. Very nice, respectful cosplay person that she is. She's also a sex worker, but she's like one of the nicest people that you could ever meet. I am pro sex workers, bro. I support them. You guys should too. They're some of the nicest people that you could ever meet. Before watching 44100 asks, what's the coolest Sentai in your eyes? Go Kaiser! Go Kaiser! Just instantly go Kaiser. If you stop and you watch Go Kaiser compared to Power Rangers Super Mega Force, you will notice the difference in how great the characters are written and how wonderful that some of the character moments are. But also, aside from Go Kaiser, is possibly, more than likely, Go Busters. I loved Go Busters, and also Kyoryuga was immediately great because I had a friend who bought it, who for my birthday, not on YouTube, I think it was on Facebook. I watched it. Actually, put the first episode of Kyoryuga on Facebook that I could watch, and I enjoyed. Regrettably, I didn't do a first episode reaction at the time, and I was on YouTube on an older channel. Surprisingly. But definitely Go Kaiser, Kyoryuga, and Go Busters. Also Go Seijo. Go Seijo is really cool too. And finally, the MC Project at are you watching or looking forward to the Monarch show, which is based around Godzilla because they have a Godzilla Zero One it's called that was just released I think yesterday. Prior to the recording, which I'm recording this on November 30th. Um, no, because I don't have an Apple TV subscription, and that's the guy that I was talking to on Twitter. We was in discussion about Godzilla versus Kong. No, regrettably, because I have no Apple TV subscription. And yes, I'm looking forward to it. I've seen some still shots of people taking it, some of the monsters on it, and it looked just absolutely amazing. They brought Kurt Russell into that series, which regrettably I don't have an Apple TV subscription, but I'm curious to know how that's gonna go with Kurt Russell in the role. It's kind of like bringing him in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 as Star-Lord's father, and it's like, because I remember when he showed up, because I had no idea he was in the film, and just being blown away, I'm like, oh my god, it's McCready, it's Jack Burton, it's Snake Plissken. So I thought that was awesome. So thank you guys so much for your questions. I hope that you have answered them respectively to all of you. But this is not just a celebration for me just to come in here and do that. It is also good for you guys. If you do have questions that you want to ask, and if you want me to answer them when we reach 400 subscribers, then just be sure that in different videos that you ask as many questions as you want. It can be 1, 2, it doesn't matter. I love answering questions too. But just say that you want this to be for a Q&A video. So if you guys want me to, when I reach 400, which will probably be maybe next year, maybe years from now, who knows, that, yeah, I will do that. But guys, just remember that this is not just my celebration, this is all of our celebration together because you guys were the guys that put this forward. You liked the videos, you shared them around the internet, you commented on them, you showed them to a friend, you did something that interested people to come here, and I just want to say thank you so much. Or it's that damn Smurfs The Lost World, or the Lost Kingdom or whatever it is video that somehow just keeps growing and growing and growing in views. Last time I checked, it had almost like 70,000 views, over 100,000. So thanks, I suppose. But thanks anyway for all the views on that, which I'm questioning why it got that, but then again, I shouldn't question nice things that I gotten from people. So thank you guys so much for 300 subscribers. Here's to hoping that we get to 300 more in the future. And if you want to see me do another 400 subscriber Q&A, let me know in the comments down below. The more people that want it, the merrier that I will be happy to do one of these again in the future. So thank you guys so much for your questions. Thank you for subscribing. And also just thank you for everything else. And I hope that you enjoyed my Christmas reviews for the month of December or whenever that this video is uploaded. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for your questions. And thank you guys so much for subscribing. You guys should honor yourselves by throwing yourself a little celebration, because this is not just my victory, it's all of yours as well. And I'm thankful for all of you and the awesome family that I have together. So thank you guys so much for watching. I believe the universe, everyone nerdy, and thank you for 300 subscribers. Here's to 300 more in the future.